Hey YouTube, coming at you today by trying to add some plants to my tank. I have started out with this tank trying to do biotope of the Rio Tapos, and I saw some reference pictures online from the Rio Tapos, the area where the L260s come from, and I tried to match plants with, I got octopus plants and I got weeping moss and put them in my tank. I knew there weren't many plants in that area of the river, and I could not find the names of the plants that are there, so I matched them as best I could. But I'm having problems with nitrates, and plants are the best way to get rid of nitrates in normal operation of a tank. So I stopped by Sandy's in Louisville today, and I got a 1-2 grow cup of Littorella with uniflora, which is a marginal plant, and I followed Ted Judy's instructions on how to handle these cups of plants, and they are nice because there is no snails, there is no disease, there's nothing with them because they're cultured grown. And I would recommend that you go to Ted Judy's site, Ted's Fish Room, and look up how Ted planted these kinds of plants. I'm not an expert on plants, I don't claim to be, but I'm doing the best I can with my tank. After I realized that my nitrates were still too high with the plants I had put in, I added Brazilian hornwort, I added 2 swords, I added a whole slew of hairgrass which promptly died on me. I'm not sure why, I may have planted it too deep. And 2 moss balls. And I'm still not getting enough nitrates. I also added a lucky bamboo that's floating on the left side of the tank, hung off the edge of the tank. That's still not enough. So I bought 2 Jungle Vals, which turned out to be 3, and a cup of this marginal plant, and I'm going to try to plant them. Alright, to do this, I have to shut down my Fluval 404 on this side, and I'm going to try to vacuum out some of the water, some of the bottom here. I don't vacuum this side very often, but I'm going to try to in this instance. But to shut down that fluval, I'm on a time limit. I need to get this thing back up and running quickly. the light's so low that it's giving me trouble trying to get my vacuum down in the bottom. I think most people will tell you not to suck on the end of a hose, but if you put your lips on your fingers instead of the hose, it will work. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in this gravel, because it doesn't get vacuumed very often. Let that sand settle before I turn the filter back on, because I don't have a sponge on the filter on this side because I so very rarely get sand stirred up over here. Look out, buddy. Yes, Rufus. Do you want to be on YouTube? Do you want to be on YouTube? Rufus is our vet veteran today. He spent the last 2 days in the vet with pancreatitis. Alright. Valves can go 5 foot long, fully grown. So I'm going to put them in the back. I got sand all over my moss, didn't I? And I didn't go deep enough, did I? maybe that'll stay. I may be going too deep with these. I really enjoyed this weeping moss. There's also some Java moss in there too. Now these little ones. I'm not exactly sure how deep to plant them. And since they're marginal, I'm going to try a couple in the sand. See how they do. Val's coming up. I'm not a plant expert. Never thought I was. Mostly what I've raised is Central American cichlids and South American cichlids, and plants are kind of an afterthought with those guys, because they'll tear them up. Just have to see how these work out. They can't do any worse than the hairgrass did, which was die immediately. I've got carob C understrata here. You can see some of it, I siphoned it up. And it's supposed to have plenty of nutrients for these plants in it. Going in my gravel very easily. Maybe some of them will catch on. This stuff's not supposed to get very tall. And I think with the highlight that I've got on my tank, it should do pretty well in here. At least on this end. And there you have it. I'm going to zip this back up and get everything running again. Good luck.